Welcome to another episode of the Micronesian News Broadcast. Today is Saturday, March 2nd, 2019, and in our very first story, over in the U.S. colony of Guam, the newly elected governor, Lou Leon Guerrero, recently testified at the United States Senate in Washington, D.C. Governor Leon Guerrero testified about 5 urgent issues that are affecting Guam. Interestingly enough, of the 5 urgent issues that she flew thousands of miles away to testify for, 2 mention or concern Micronesian migrants to Guam. 2 out of 5. That's almost half of the urgent issues affecting Guam, including Micronesian migrants. And if you want to check it out, click the link in the description for the full story. So the 2 urgent issues that concern Micronesians are compact impact and EITC. Concerning compact impact, she said that the federal government must keep its promise for reimbursement. Since 2004, $1.4 billion was paid by Guam for compact impact, whereas the federal government has only paid $229.2 million in assistance. And for the other one, called EITC, which stands for Earned Income Tax Credit, she stated that Earned Income Tax Credit costs Guam about $50 million annually. EITC payments to federally freely associated states, FAS citizens, are reimbursed in other states, but for Guam, it's paid for from the general fund. Fellow Micronesians, this is clearly an internal issue for the U.S. colony of Guam. Micronesian migrants are legal, tax-paying, and for the most part, law-abiding citizen residents of Guam. We would like to step out on a limb and challenge everyone on Guam to treat the Micronesians who live on Guam the way they deserve to be treated, as fellow humans who have a legal right to live there. And if they step out of line, correct them. But remember, we are like everyone else. For the most part, we want to work, earn an honest living, and send our kids to school, and seek for a better life. Is that so wrong? What do you think? Let us know in the comments. While we're there, let's take a look over at the CNMI. Recently, the Second Marianas Political Status Commission held its very first meeting earlier this week. Governor Torres signed it into existence August 2016, and it just received some funding when a $20 million Supplemental Budget Act was signed into October last year. With the CNMI recovered after Typhoon U2, the commission is up again. Just to clarify, their job is to determine whether or not there is any political status that is preferred over the current one. That's a big issue. I hope the brothers and sisters in CNMI consider their options. How is this relevant to Micronesia? Well, Saipan is a commonwealth or a territory of the United States of America. Once upon a time, we being Pohnpei, Chuuk, Kosrae, Marshals, Saipan, were together as U.S. territories, seeking a political status. Fast forward to 2019, Saipan is still a territory of America and is still seeking a political status. And the rest? Pohnpei, Chuuk, and Kosrae form the FSM, Sovereign Nation. Palau, Sovereign Nation. Marshals, Sovereign Nation. These are all sovereign island nations in a compact of free association with the United States of America. Here are the announcements. Here in the island of Pohnpei, one of our very own lawyers is seeking victims of clergy sex abuse from the Catholic Church. Solomon Simon is asking people in Pohnpei and Chuuk to come forward. Recently, 4 Catholic priests from Chuuk and Pohnpei have been identified as predators, but their crimes happened around 20, 30, 40 years ago. So Solomon Simon and Concerned Catholics Guam are asking for you to help. If you know somebody who has been a victim or you are a victim yourself, come forward. And March 5, 2019 is a very important day for all of us in the FSM, voting day. And for Pohnpei, employees of Pohnpei state government will be granted 2 hours of leave to go out and vote. Furthermore, any employee involved with elections are granted leave on the 4th and the 5th. Public schools are to be closed since they're going to be mostly places of voting anyway. So go out and vote. If you're over at Palau, the NEA, or Narcotics Enforcement Agency, has asked the public to report sightings of strange packages floating in the water. It may contain cocaine. Fishermen in the Philippines have reported that they found 34 packages just floating into shore from the ocean. And just for that, remember that one time a bunch of cocaine floated into RMI at Kwajalein? And in our last announcement, recently postal ballots were once again defeated in the Marshall Islands. What are postal ballots? Ballots from citizens of abroad concerning voting. And now here is Norman with the weather report.
Hey guys, this is Norman and this is the weather brought to you by Weather Office in Pohnpei. And this is the weather for tomorrow. 28 degrees Celsius high during the day and 24 degrees Celsius low during the night. Partly cloudy and 10% chance of precipitation and 73% of humidity. Sunrise will be at 6:39 a.m. and sunset will be at 6:39 p.m. Northeast winds 10 to 20 knots and seas will be at 6 to 8 feet high. Thanks for tuning in to the Micronesian News Podcast. Tune every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, Kasalelie!